less vulgar.
See, she was looking out for you, but he like, I don't want to say penis. Boy,
No,
Yeah,
tighten up, man.
the people
no.
that love it don't want to say penis.
Mm, mm,
You said
mm.
the
Speak for yourself, kid. Speak for
why
yourself.
say it when you can taste it?
Hey, man, can we get into it, man? Please, let's go.
Nah, I'm
All
liking
right,
this
man.
show. They talking right.
Back in Jackson,
Oh, you
Mississippi,
didn't put
man.
the
The
oh, we gonna have to do a little. We gonna have to do a little short thing on the Uncle Luke shit. And I wanted to
oh
touch on that.
yeah,
That's all good. Don't
We
worry
get
about
yeah.
it.
it. Don't
We
worry
get it.
about it.
We get it.
Another Mississippi
Yo,
man buried without family knowledge. So I don't know if you guys been paying attention. I think this was Jackson, Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So not too long ago, they found a young man who he was I guess he was walking or something, and he was hit by an off-duty police officer.
Right.
And so what they did was they put him in a pauper's grave behind a police station down in Mississippi. Well, there was this family. I think it was October. They were doing. The mother was laying on the couch. And I think she said she got a text of a list,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a list. I think of 25 people who had been murdered but were unclaimed, and they were buried in this pauper's grave, where that first young man was buried at. And number two on the list was the taller gentleman in the picture. His name is Mario. I can't recall the last name. But when they found him, apparently the police found him. He was wrapped up in a bag. His face had been bashed in, and he had some other wounds. And what they said he died from was blunt force trauma. And the young man was buried in that pauper's grave back in February, but the family didn't find out until October. When you read the story, they said that they have a 5-day policy, a 5-day window. It's policy where they contact the next of kin. The family, the police officer said that they did try to reach out, but they couldn't get in contact with anybody. And the address they went to, they left a business card. The family contends we didn't get the shit. And why wouldn't you let us know? So, what's you guys' thoughts on this?
Hey, look, I got all type of questions. Hey, I can say what I want to say on this show.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
of
man.
course.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
First
Man.
of all, is this old or this new? Because that picture giving me like 85, 83 vibes right now.
That's an old picture of him, man. He was out in them streets, and this is the one that they have before he hit the streets.
That shit
They
do look
said,
real Mississippi
yeah,
burning,
that's all.
bro.
That's all.
And so,
Just like
and
like when
second
they
of
show the
all,
picture. Go ahead.
and second of all, why is niggas still living in Mississippi? This is what I don't.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Go
glad
ahead.
you said
I
that.
hate
Go
to
ahead.
say this. I hate to say this shit, bro. It's like niggas getting burned every day in Mississippi. But even with Deacon for the Fence, y'all seen Deacon for the Fence? Was that in Mississippi too? I think that was a movie. But anyway, I'm just kind of confused on the picture. Why the picture's so old, and this is a new occurring situation. And I'm still mad that we still got black people living in Mississippi and still getting burnt up and shit. So those are all my questions for it. But I guarantee you, the police, you say that rode by that window, he probably knew they knew who it was, but trust me, they knew what's going on, man.
So to answer your question, that picture is a picture of, I want to say, Mr. Mario Terrell Moore, when he was younger. When he passed away, he was 40 years old. And that is him, his sister Marquita, and I think those are the two younger siblings. I want to say they have a different father. That their last name is of African descent, and they have a different name. But that's just a picture from when he was younger. But this all took place in February. But like I said, the family didn't find out he was missing until October.
Yeah.
That don't even sound right.
Right. Now
He was in the streets.
he was in the streets. So the young brother, I didn't want to do this, you know what I mean? But as part of the story, it was in an article, but I didn't want to put this out. But the brother he had drug issues for years, and the family said that he would stay away. You know, he wasn't even the type that really asked him for anything. He didn't want them to see him like that. You know, he worked odd jobs, construction, worked at the grocery store gathering carts, but he did have a drug problem. And you know, so they said it wasn't unusual for him to go missing for a long time, for an extended period of time, you know, and nobody can get in contact with him. I think the last family member that saw him was in the store, gave him $5, and you know, he went on about her business, told him to take care of himself. But you know, he was dealing with some things. He has an adult child, but I think that's about it. You know, but the mother, like I said, she's like, yeah, nobody left anything. And why would you stop trying to get in contact with me? You know, I got mail still coming here for him. So, and she made a good point. If he was out there and he committed a crime,
That part.
you would have found my address. You would have came right to this doorstep. But you know, after 5 days, y'all just threw him in the grave, because they even said when they went to exhume the body, because they said it's going to be $250 to claim the body and another $500 to exhume the body. And you know, like she said, you know, they said, look, you know, we just want to warn you, it's not going to be much left, but probably bones wrapped up in this bag. Yeah.
This is the second case.
Yes.
This is the second case. This is the second time we're doing this, you know, within the past 3 months.
Yeah.
We said that this is going to happen. They're going to find more bodies. Go ahead, Miss Kiki.
I just feel that Miss Penis Lover. I just feel
Don't fuck it up.
My mistake.
Right.
You're right.
I just feel as though something else happened. Yeah, they're saying that he got hit by a car, but
No. That was the first one. This one, this is blunt force trauma. The
Yeah.
dude who got hit by a car was the first case we talked about. This
Okay.
case is the one he got beat up.
So real quick, Miss
I
Lover,
believe that the cops did that. I believe that
Yeah.
the cops did it and they covered it up real fast, quick, and in a hurry.
Okay.
all right. Now I'm glad you said that, because you know, let's just think about the first fucking dude. The first dude was hit by an off-duty cop.
Mm-hmm.
The family didn't know where the fuck he was. They just took the fucking body and put him in the pauper's grave behind the prison, and nobody knew. And now this man is buried in there. So my question is, going along with what you said, because I agree with you, I want to see that goddamn list. What did she say in training day? I want a copy of that goddamn warrant. I want to see that goddamn warrant. I want to see the list.
Hey,
I want to see.
you should go for acting. That sounds
I
good.
appreciate that, man. You know,
You
me and
sound
her
a lot like
voice ain't
Macy
too
Gray.
far off.
Macy.
Yeah.
Macy.
I want to see
Shout
that
out to Macy.
goddamn warrant.
Ohio. But yeah, man, this is the second time, and I'm sure, as we said in the last clip, it won't be the last time, because they got a habit of doing this shit.
Yeah, and that's what I
Yeah,
said. I want to see.
And they played that card again, saying, "Oh, it was a letter off of the person's name." They said the
There it
same
is.
shit in this one too. One letter off.
It's inhumane.
Well, I will say this: the man's name is spelled Marrio, and it was spelled, you know, so it was spelled a little different traditionally than how Mario is spelled.
But he had ID on him.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, now that's different.
And that's what I said. My thing is, I want to see that list, and I want to see who the fuck all these guys are.
Yeah.
25 motherfuckers just turned up missing, and instead of you know, hey man, alerting somebody, you just threw them in the fucking pauper's grave. Now, maybe some of them were vagrants and nobody knew, but I mean, come on, man. 2 cases of this shit happening.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Just like Boss said, why brother still down in Mississippi? It is what it is. You know, folks gotta, you know, get it how they can, man. Maybe Mississippi is where they, you know, what they can afford at this point.
What you got, old man?
Man, as you guys know, biological tissue is very hard to come by, so it makes it very expensive. So you get a lot of funeral homes selling bones or selling tissues from cadavers. And you know, Mississippi is known for just doing foul shit all the time. On the back end, you might see some of these coroners doing the same thing as some of these funeral homes. So for these bodies to go unclaimed and then, you know, immediately buried, there's probably somebody in the middle making a couple of dollars off it too.
Like like that young brother that they found rolled up in the gym mat.
Yeah, exactly.
And when his parents claimed him, they found he was stuffed with fucking newspaper. His organs were gone.
All his organs
was harvested.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a good point, man.
And to go back to Mr. Talk to Me's point about why the fuck is you know, black people still living in Mississippi. Like I got family in Mississippi, man, and you know, throughout history, all these stories go back to just terrorism by white people, the Klan, the police, just doing a lot of foul things to make your life a living hell just so they can get your land very cheap.
Yeah.
They're always trying to steal something from them. And that's just, it's ongoing terrorism, man. It is ongoing terrorism.
Yeah.
If that's the only property you own, man, it's going to be kind of hard for you to want to get up and jump, you know, especially when they only offer you pennies on the dollar for your land.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing is this, man, you most likely jumping into a more expensive cost of living situation, because everywhere, you know, the cost of living is fucking going up, you know. So
ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's the South. The South is still relatively dirt cheap when you think about it. You know what I mean? Like Texas, the cost of living's going up there, but you know, when you know, compared to some other places, man, like
down in the Delta, down in Mississippi, man, it's cost of living, the Piggly Wiggly, they still hidden, you know. But what old boys say Thanksgiving, shit, even the cost of fucking chitlins is going up. You know, even shit then went up. You know,
damn,
it make no sense. But yeah, man, you just
I got some shit if y'all need me to sell it. I got some shit.
I've been to Mississippi one time and I hate the motherfucking trees. I was like, man, get me the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, you can just picture bodies hanging from.
That's it.
Whole different meaning.
I'm dead serious, man. When we crossed the state line, I was like, let's go to Church's Chicken and get the fuck out of here, man. That's when I ate that shit. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Mississippi, go to get some damn chicken.
Right.
All right.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Tell them about the gun line.
Shit.
It's kind of scary, you know.
Yeah, but you know, I would be very interested in seeing the racial makeup of every person on that list and what they died from.
Blunt force trauma.
Yeah,
now
they may not even have a whole bunch of details. It's like, oh, natural causes, or just we just found them, you know, in an abandoned building on the side of the road, and nobody claimed them. You know?
Now, I think the interesting thing was the chief of police said it was bad communication.
No shit.
Like, this is no shit, dude. I think this was a little more than bad communication, man.
Right.
You know, again, she said, "Hey, this motherfucker still get mail here. How the fuck?"
Yeah, but y'all can't notify his people. That's the least y'all could do is notify them.
Right.
At least.
Right.
You know, I ain't cracking like that where y'all just got, you know, all this shit happening down in fucking Jackson, Mississippi, where y'all can't do y'all due diligence and find a family member.
Right. Right. Hey, man, you know, it's cold world, man.
Cold.
All
right, OG.
Yeah, we got Uncle Luke.
Grooming me. I don't know what this grooming me. Grooming. Just grooming. They had to explain that to me.
Is he locked up?
Nah.
I got the right one. I don't have no problem going to court. I'm not Russell Simmons. I'm not them other people.
Oh.
I don't do that. I know my brand. My brand is Luke. Hey, we want some face down up. That's what I like. Me so horny. The problem is when you know your brand and you know what you're singing about, you subject yourself to be in that kind of trap faster. So what you have to do is really not be about what those songs is talking about, because you can get yourself jammed up. I video everything.
We know, Luke.
I video everything.
Freak Fest 2000.
Everybody sign releases.
I've been to one of his shows.
I do shows. Ain't no underage people be doing no show with me. I fire girls. You get caught. I have chaperone for the girls. A one head dancer. It's always one head dancer. And she put everybody in check. So if you doing, this is not a traveling whorehouse. So you gonna mess around with these other artists, you're gonna get sent home, sweetheart. You get fired.
All right. The context is, this whole thing that's going on with Diddy. And,
Yeah.
Now they're trying to loop Uncle Luke in this whole shit. And he's like, hold on now, time out. I got to come out.
I respect him.
What's up?
I respect him because it's just like at the end of the day, like I've been to one of his shows and I can like honestly say the people that he put on stage, they old. He got head from a chick that titties hung down to her waist. You feel me? So
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. We got an eyewitness. We got an eyewitness.
So that Adult Survivors Act shit was up like last week. And Cassie, she brought forth that lawsuit against Diddy, like with 2 days left on that shit.
Yeah.
So that caused, since he decided to settle, it caused a lot more young ladies, a lot more young ladies to come out. But former Mayor Cuomo, he got hit. Jamie Foxx got hit.
Yeah.
What was the football player's name? He got hit talking about he did some shit back in '96. And Gloria Velez decided to say, yeah, well, Uncle Luke was grooming girls. And I'm sitting up there like, wait a fucking minute now. I watched enough Luke Freak Fest videos, and I saw her doing some questionable shit on there when she was of age. Now, it's interesting because she was just, she had started a podcast with Vlad. And after 3 episodes, the shit is over with. But she started talking about Aaron Hall. Now, apparently, she met Aaron Hall when she was 16. And that's when she got pregnant with his child. Now, if you let Aaron Hall tell it, I don't know if y'all heard this motherfucker's latest interviews. Yeah, Aaron Hall is talking about he a pimp and all this shit after singing, and he just grabbed her and took her upstairs and after. Well, that was years ago. And in this, this one video, she's like, yeah, we made up, we talked about it. He's a good dad and a good grandfather. Only to turn around and it's like, yeah, he this, that, and the 15. And she threw Luke's name in there. Also, she told a story about how they was going to sacrifice her when she was pregnant. They put her in a dress and Tupac saved her or some shit like that. The point I'm making is, man, there's this thing called fame.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah. I'll never sit up there and say I don't believe in grooming, man. The grooming of children. Children go missing. We've heard the stories about fucking Disney, and we know what the Catholic priests do. I just kind of find it hard to believe, that this is what was going on. Like he said, man, mother, you got to sign paperwork. I had people dealing with them. You know what I mean? And then there's this thing called a groupie. You know what I mean? Somebody just played a video of these motherfuckers like, yeah, we didn't tell motherfuckers our age. That was the shit we did back then. We was proud to do that.
But all the people to go after Luke, considering this is the brother who beat the feds.
Yeah.
And they went through his whole shit. So he's on, all the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. He got to protect his shit because he just beat. You don't think they want their lick back? So that's why I'm like, you went after the wrong dude. Because like he said, I got videos.
Right.
I got receipts. I will show all the NDAs. Please take me to court. I beat the feds. I could beat this broad.
Man,
so
listen,
cool.
man. P. Diddy on stand like Nino Brown. If I go down, there's a lot of y'all motherfuckers going down with me.
Right.
Listen, talk to me, goddamn it. Listen, this shit been going on forever, dog. Pretty soon my granddaddy gonna be on the stand next and shit.
Facts.
This shit been going on forever, dog. Come on now, listen. You gotta think about it because if Jay-Z name ain't been mentioned right now, it's
Not
gonna
yet.
be mentioned and shit.
Yeah, not yet.
A lot of these young artists and females, bro. Don't you? We all know they was them parents like, yeah, you can take it. They know what the fuck they were doing with them young girls, but they greasing their palms and shit, just like the dope nigga in the neighborhood paying the grandma light bill. Oh, you can date my granddaughter. Go ahead.
Buying furniture. Yeah.
Shit been going on, dog. So if that's the case, dog, it's about to be a lot of motherfuckers catching some flack, dog.
Thing did come out against back in the day. Remember, Foxy came out against Jay.
Oh
yeah. Remember that shit? Yeah. And then remember what happened to her? She ended up going deaf.
Yeah, deaf or blind. I forget which one.
Deaf.
She came out.
Lost her hearing. She lost her hearing. Yeah, saying that he was her first at the age of 14, 15, something like that. Yeah. So she already did that, and you saw what happened with that. That got buried. So yeah,
it's a clip. I forgot what his name was. He's a comedian or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm mad I don't have his name, but he was basically saying once you so high up here, basically you can do what the fuck you want to do, long as you got the money to get. You know what I'm saying? Because it's basically the devil's playground up here. You know what I'm saying? If that's how far you want to go. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? That doesn't give nobody the right to prey on these kids. And then like Mr. Bendover said, Talk to Me said, basically if you put your kid, nobody can hurt your kids if you don't put them in harm's way.
All right, man. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you for saying that because that's the shit that gets lost in the sauce. When they were going after R. Kelly, when they started doing that, what was that documentary series? Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Surviving R. Kelly.
I tried to watch that shit, but the thing that stuck out to me was some of the parents on there.
Yeah,
like you knew this. You knew this motherfucker was with Aaliyah when she was 15.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that the motherfucker had been he did the tape where he was pissing all over the motherfucking girl, and we know that Sparkle set that shit up allegedly. And then if you know people from Chicago, all of a sudden these people was coming out like, yeah, we all knew what was going on. R. Kelly would be up at the high school. Just chilling.
The McDonald's and high school. Just chilling
after school. You know what I'm saying? And so now all of a sudden is everybody knew. Well, y'all are just as fucking culpable. But my thing that that kind of struck me was when the dad was like, yeah, people ask me all the time, why would you let your daughter go with this dude knowing what he did? And he was like, well, it's your daughter's dream, and you just kind of hope that it wouldn't be her. You wish they wouldn't. And I'm like, motherfuckers, a tape of him pissing on a child, man.
Yeah, and you just sent your daughter to the.
How do you send? Okay, if it's my child, first of all, especially if they underage, I'm with them in there.
You getting pissed on too? I'm playing.
No, I ain't gonna let them piss on me, but we gonna say I'm playing. But, Lord, please forgive me. But no, at the end of the day, I'm not leaving my child alone, especially no female, especially no young boy, period. Because no, I don't even trust, like, you know what I'm saying? It takes where the how far you gonna go. It's basically pimping. You pimping your child out. Yeah. They knew what they were doing. Like, I don't care what nobody says, because nobody in their right mind who gives a fuck about their kid where money ain't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Even a broke motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want my child to make it, but we're gonna do it the right way. You know, especially if I know if my child is talented. We're gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be all on camera. You ain't about to have my child all times of the night. Oh, let them stay the night. No, my child's not staying the night. My child's not being out of my supervision. I'm sitting on the couch in the back while y'all doing what y'all doing. You know what I mean?
Like Mr. Talk to Me said, he was like, it's that old school shit where, dude kick out a couple dollars to grandma, you know, and let the daughter or whatever, the granddaughter, stay out until the wee hours. And you know, it's one of those, do you want to go to Billboards or you want to go to Mr. Bojangles? You know, and that's what it is. It's pay to play. And that's what they and that's what it is. They are paying to play, and everybody's getting a piece.
It's so fucked up because it's babies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's babies, and it's babies that don't even know what's going on. They don't even know they're being pimped out till they get of age to figure it out.
But this is my I got a question for us, sauce on bread. This is my question.
What's up, brother?
Me and Kiki was talking about this.
This
is what I don't understand, right? So you trying to tell me,
baby Rays? I'm sorry.
You've been like the girl Cassie. You've been dealing with this monster for all this time, right?
Come on with it.
You ain't filed no police report. You ain't got no text messages. You ain't got no recordings, no videos, no audios. Matter of fact, let me sue this nigga for $30 million.
After 20 motherfucking years. Go ahead.
And get it.
I just don't get. No, Bill Cosby is still getting allegations to this day right now.
Oh yeah, him too. He got some new ones. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just don't get that. This is the world we live in, bro.
You could cash out. You could cash out now. That's why. You could cash out.
And it was crazy. 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you, his legal team said, "You know what, bro? We might as well just pay this out because I don't know if you telling me the whole truth, and I don't know if she really got something on you. So let's just pay this shit out and be done with it, bro." But that shit is so fucked up, though. How you live in a dire situation that long? Bitch, you in a whole other relationship. You got a whole other kid with a motherfucker. I want to sue for $30 million after all this goddamn time, and nobody ain't never know nothing or heard nothing.
So listen, man, this is my take on it. Once again, and I want to hear what the old man got to say. Once again, now, first of all, I don't believe Luke was doing that shit. It doesn't make no sense, man. Mm-hmm. Motherfucker didn't have to do it.
And then he made a valid point. Like, I had all right. I'm not gonna move the way my songs are. So,
but this is my thing. I would be a pretty evil. I would be a pretty evil fucking person to say that these things don't happen and that men don't take people, period. But you know, we talking about these guys that have been accused, that men don't take advantage of their power, okay? But at the same motherfucking time, 30 years, 20 years, we going back to 96. My thing is this, man. Why wait so long?
Now they're cashing out now.
That's what I'm saying. But
they're cashing out.
But my thing is this, man. Like, if you had said something when this shit happened, you could have stopped that string of victims that happened from 96 all the way up until now.
That's what you said, Kiki.
That's what I said, because my thing is this. I'm so sorry, old man Alec, but I got it while it's fresh. My thing is this. Sometimes victims are scared to come abroad.
Let's go.
Because you never know what, let's just say, allegedly Diddy had to say. Hey, I killed your mom, your father. I got them on speed dial. You know, I got people outside the house. You never know what that person is being threatened of. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then how scared you are of the person. Like, just seeing him talking to Justin Bieber, he couldn't even. He was just like, well, you know, he's shaking and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as that go, like, victims are scared, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes one to come out. But here's what I didn't understand. If you're a victim, no amount of money will stop me from getting the devil locked up.
Come on. All right. There you go. Once again.
You cannot pay me because nobody's soul. My soul has already been fucked up. So I know he's doing it to other people. Why would I settle out of court? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it didn't happen to her, but why would I settle out of court?
Why would you settle out of court?
You're putting a Band-Aid on it to keep happening again and again. All he know, all right, let's get some more artists because I just took a 30 million or however much he paid. We got
Miss Kiki, why would you settle out of court when you say, hey, I got this evidence, I got that evidence, I got this, that, and the 15th. And once again, now you done waited 30 fucking years. You could have put a stop to this. But in the meantime, this motherfucker has just been creating a trail of victims.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you causing more harm than you are good. All of that, I'm afraid, shit. I get it, but think about the other women that's getting hurt in the process. If this is what so-called happened, like I
And
said,
men,
I
it's not
don't,
just women, it's men too.
right. I don't believe the shit with Diddy. I do not believe that. I believe everything that she said once again, except for he the fuck made me do it. Because again, when you look at how she came in the game, and I made sure that I wasn't fucked up. Because Poetic Flocko, and I like the young man, but he told the story all wrong. He was like, yeah, this happened. And no, it happened exactly like I said, because I went back and listened to Ryan Leslie's interview on the shit. And he was like, you know, he didn't want to say he said we had something special, it's natural. We spent so much time together, and I really love her and I still love her. But you know, we made the track. I was producing for Diddy at the time. He gave me a call, I introduced her. Once again, when he met her, I ain't had no artist nor no fucking woman after he got done with her. Gone.
She
So
took the check.
You know, but old man, what you got, old man? You be sitting in the back too much. What you got?
You know, when it comes to these sexual assault claims, it's just character for a sexual assault victim to wait a very long time before they come out. You know, they're embarrassed, they're victimized, they need time to process, they're fucking damaged mentally. I mean, you even see it with grown men coming out after they've been molested. You know, they'll wait 30, 40 years if they ever even admit to it. You know, so them taking forever to come out is just it's characteristic of a sexual abuse victim. But yeah, Luke is easy pickings, man. I mean, we all know his background. Yeah, it's easy to make these allegations, especially when you don't have to produce any evidence.
And it's also
these artists going.
Yeah, it's easy. Along with your point, it's easy to make those allegations when that's when a motherfucker peddles in, which is sex. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's they need to have some type of rape insurance, like they have kidnap insurance. You know, something to cover this type of shit, man. Because especially with high dollar amounts coming out in these settlements, how do you expect people to pay multiple people? Because you without evidence, everybody's going to come out of the woodwork.
This is why this settlement, this $30 million settlement, man, didn't open up the floodgates. You know, it's only going to get worse. And
they see, that's the thing. That's the part I just don't understand, because, okay, let's just say I finally get up the nerve to come and tell somebody. I'm not stopping telling because I'm already out there. Yeah, so whatever's going to happen to me is going to happen to me. I'm not settling until the monster is gone. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody gonna be like, oh, 30 million. I don't care who in my ear, 30 million will set you for life. But I still, if this happened to me, I still have to wake up with the nightmares. I still have to look back at the trauma. You know what I'm saying? Money is not the fix for all things. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that nothing of this didn't happen to anybody, but I'm just like a real victim. I don't think you would settle out of court for no $30 million.
It's just
$30 million is a lot of money, but come on, it's integrity. You're stopping people. You're stopping kids from getting molested. You're stopping.
There you go.
You know what I mean? You're. This is more. This is bigger than money.
I get that, but let me contrast this with the parents from that Sandy Hook tragedy. Nothing's going to be able to bring their kids back, but they damn sure sued the hell out of Alex Jones. You know, they got $1 billion settlement, and now they're like, you know what? We'll lower it to 800 something. You know, you can give us 10 million per year for X amount of whatever. They trying to work with the dude, and they're like, this is our final offer. But that money's not really going to do anything for them. They lost their babies. You understand what I'm saying? 30 million. I don't give a damn how much money you have. That's a dent. That's a nice little piece of change.
Court, though?
Yeah, they settled. Well, they got a settlement from the judge or whatever about, because he was saying all that was a hoax, saying that Sandy Hook was, you know, it never happened, and just bad mouthing these kids. And the parents all got together and did a class action lawsuit, and they got like $1 billion.
That's a lot of money just for saying some shit.
Yeah, saying some foul shit.
That's
You trying to tell me
crazy.
the kid that I buried, you know what I'm saying, the shit didn't happen. Somebody lying on your dead kid, the fuck would you do? What would you do? What wouldn't you do? Somebody lying on your dead baby?
I just
Okay,
think that lawsuit shit.
when you
It's a
settle,
win. Go ahead, Kiki.
because you still can get the money. Just fight it, whether he go to jail or not. Settling out of court is just, let's not make this a long trial. You feel what I'm saying? So why not get him convicted? Make sure that he's paying for the crime that he did, and then get your money. I can understand that, but if somebody take mine, I'm not satisfied until either that motherfucker is locked up being.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about no paper, man.
They like, fuck money. I need this motherfucker to be behind bars. He don't need to be out here.
But
You know
that's the only justice they could get, because he wasn't going to get locked up. It was just like a defamation case.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. He's not going to do any time, and you sue somebody civilly. That's all just about the money. He wasn't. It's not a crime to say that, your kid getting shot up in a school was a hoax. That's not a crime.
Yeah.
Well,
that's not a crime. That's freedom of speech. That's not a crime. But
fails.
they file a class action lawsuit against you and your company, that you on your podcast and you screaming this bullshit, they could come after your goods, and that's what they did, and they got him.
Freedom ain't free, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the money issue. It may not. She knew she probably ain't gonna be able to, he ain't gonna do no time, but he gonna pay for that.
I just and to take it back. Look, man, I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again.
What you gonna do with that $1 billion though? Are you gonna put it into the community to stop this shit?
You put it in the community to do something. I mean, but you got to split it. It's a class action lawsuit. It's not just one parent. It's all the kids who died that day, their parents. So it goes into a big group, and who knows what they're going to do with that money. But still, you hurt rich people in their pockets.
That motherfucker ain't learned his lesson though. He's still out there
talking shit.
But
he's still out there talking shit.
Like I said, man, you got women that's willing to get on the casting couch.
Mm-hmm.
You got women that's willing to go up in the boss's office and pull them panties aside for a promotion. And you got women that's willing to fly overseas for a few $1,000s, let some Arab dude shit on them. So
men too in this day and age, but good to you.
Yeah, men too. Mm-hmm. I was just looking at these. It was a few pretty ass women that was flying over to Saudi Arabia and letting them Saudi princes take the huge shits on them.
Go ahead, man.
It was Silo up in that motherfucker.
Go ahead, man. Damn.
It was Silo, but but and these motherfuckers was beautiful. I was like, you let the motherfucker dookie on you, but it's the paper. So my saying is, man, when you come out 30 years later with some shit, man, people, of course, there's going to be questions. And I don't think somebody is wrong for saying, hey, man, what the fuck took you so long if something really did happen? Mm-hmm. You was benefiting. You know what I'm saying? You was in the best shit. Because, it's a lot of stories that's coming out that they contradicting themselves now. You got motherfucker said that he pulled her hair out, and that's why she shaved her head. And another motherfucker was like, he was telling the story like, man, I was there with them that night. She only shaved her head because he asked her to shave her head because he seen this white woman and she was
coming
hurt
down
like
the stairs. Yeah,
coming down the motherfucking stairs.
Like,
to me, it's
the look I want you to have.
Right. But no, the way he pulled my shit out. No,
right.
Bitch, no.
To me, it's all what they want you to think. Like we're dealing with the industry. You feel what I'm saying? So,
but he's a fucking devil. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say nothing happened because I watched him speak to. I watched a couple of interviews and how he's speaking to these men and how they're shifting in their seats. Like,
listen.
You know what I mean?
Miss Kiki, did you hear when this motherfucker said, "Fat, what's wrong with you, Daddy? Yeah. Why when we go party?" He said, "Party."
Yeah,
and I guess the story was that Fab said, "Yeah, I went to one of the parties. Wasn't no motherfucking dudes there. I had to act like I was going to the bathroom to leave."
Yeah, you heard what Fifth, grown man. You heard what Fifth said when he stepped to him now. Yeah, it was like, I want to take you shopping.
You said that's what you say to him.
Like, what the fuck you say to me?
What the fuck did this just say
to me? I want to take you shopping.
I'll buy everything. He was trying to buy him out the ass. Look, man, real quick, just before we go on, man. Did y'all remember Exhibit's story about when he went to Puffy party?
Yep. Everybody got the same fucking story.
He said,
Everybody.
man, I was looking around, man, and I said, oh shit, what the fuck is them dudes doing together?
Yep.
What
And I
about
looked in another corner and they was doing
What
it
about
in
the
another
dude?
corner.
Yeah.
What about the dude? He bought out. He's speaking with a mask on and everything. White man. He bought out his hotel for $250,000. Bought the whole hotel out, and he said it was some gruesome things there. You know what I mean? The shit, like the shit and blood room. You know what I mean? It was a lot of shit going on in his hotel.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's innocent by far, but yeah,
I don't think he did that.
For 30 years, it's a lot, but then you can't put, like old man Ali said, you can't put a time on trauma. You just really can't. And it's just sad that these men in power get away with this, because the one thing I do know about a millionaire, a billionaire, or somebody who knows how to get money, no matter how much money they come out of, they got it before and they can get it again.
You can't. Yeah, no, my bad. I'm sorry. You can't put a time limit on it, but again, man, I think we minimize the fact that motherfuckers do lie, and we can look no further than the Brian Banks story. This is a broke bitch lying on a man. You know what I mean? Sent him away for 5 years, ruined his life.
And I believe that she should do exactly the same time that he did.
You know, think
a little bit more.
Yeah, think about Ayanna Van Zant when a lady sat up there and kept telling that lie until, you know, dude asked her, and she was like, yeah, I lied and said that he raped our daughters, and the motherfucker was shaking. Think about, like I said, the girl who was visiting her dad in prison with his grandson, and when she told the story, the mother at 6 made her tell the police that her dad was touching her.
Yeah.
When she tried to recant the story, the police said, no, because this happens a lot, and how do we know that you weren't intimidated? Right. Well, maybe because she up there visiting the motherfucker with her child. The mama was a crackhead and had her baby do this. So what I'm saying, it's a fine line, and that's why
that right there, like that's just a whole other, because this happens every goddamn day in this fucking country. And that's one thing about women that I cannot respect, because not only are you fucking up your child, you're putting this line in their head at a young age. So they're growing up and they're seeing this. They're like, I ain't been through it, but I see it. You know what I'm saying? Because they grew up with this lie. And they grew up with you bad mouthing their dad whole time. Like I be watching Steve Wilkos and everything whole time. Dude ain't do nothing. You just mad because he don't want to be with you.
Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Hey, that's the best finisher.
That's the best. Land that plane.
Steve Wilkos.
Be lying.
Land that plane. All right, family.
I don't have no respect for none of y'all hoes that make your child lover. Fuck y'all.
Shout out to Penis Lover.
Miss Kiki.
Miss Kiki landed the plane.
Steve Wilkos.
Love you, Steve.
Y'all motherfuckers in the hood ain't got nothing on this Ukraine sniper. Let me tell you something. Come on now, Tank. This is on you. I need you to run this down for me, man. Break this down for me, man.
So, war in Ukraine. They're saying that one of the Ukrainian snipers got a 2.5 mile shot, breaking the previous record done by a Canadian Special Forces sniper in Afghanistan. But this is an amazing story, and I have to say it's bullshit.
There you go.
Just because there are so many lies coming out of this war, just to boost morale. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the Ghost of Kiev, the fighter pilot. They had that story where this dude did some Top Gun shit where he had shot down 40 planes in the same day.
Without refueling. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I really find this hard to believe.
2.5. How the fuck did you see that? How do you see it? Got to be what, a drone? What the fuck? How do you
did you see the video?
No,
I didn't see the video.
Okay, in the link that you sent, there was a video. I thought the shit was a drone strike, but they said that was the actual. You could see him. No, motherfucker, you can't see him doing it because the camera started shaking, and I guess that's when he took the shot. So this motherfucker, look, man, There are some scopes. Look, I don't know, man. Tank, you probably would know better than me.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is there
That's
shit?
why I was like, my man got to take the lead on this one, man. What type of scope? What type of whatever to hit somebody at 2.5? Come on, man.
Yeah, that
2 miles
You-
away.
I mean, like there are so many factors to go in with shooting long range. I mean, you
Everything.
talk about the yeah. I mean, like the horizon itself. The earth curves. You know, so
Right.
like
Yeah, I
you
was gonna
can't
say
see a
that.
straight line because of the curvature of the earth. You know, so the horizon is about 3 miles. I doubt that he could even see this dude, let alone you know, the scope.
Maybe.
I've seen scopes, you know, like 50x, but how
2.5
much can you really
motherfucking
see at
miles.
50?
They said he broke the
Exactly,
record.
exactly.
So what about the record?
But
So
the
is
record
that
wasn't
real?
that far. The record was what? It was
Yeah, 1.7 or something like that.
like
How the fuck
850
is that
meters. They said.
possible?
No, I guess
I
the
know
record was
these phones.
yeah.
Listen, this is what I do know about shooting. And Tank could. There's a lot of factors.
That's what he started with. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everything.
saying? Windage.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? The temperature of the
Yeah.
day. You
Look,
know what I'm saying?
The ammunition.
Also,
Every
real
fucking
shit.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Mr. Talk to Me look like he about to do some shit. Ain't that in the movies with how they wear their hat when they about to do that kill shot?
He saying he turned his shit to the back.
And they always have a hat on just like that, like folded up, and they be like, all right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I just
go
saw
ahead,
it.
man.
I saw it, man.
Yeah,
It's
you gotta
clickbait.
think
I
about
saw
flight
it and
time
was
of the
like,
bullet,
what the
too.
fuck,
I mean-
2.5.
Yeah. You got to think it like that bullet's got to be traveling for
way
about
too
8,
long.
10 seconds. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah. Yeah, who's going to sit still that long in a war?
That's
You got the
gonna be my
curvature of
next
the earth.
question.
You
I'm just
got
like,
the
so what is
spinning
they
of the
doing? Just
earth.
standing there like,
You know, the Coriolis effect.
Yeah. The
How did
impact
they?
ain't even
How
no
did they
like-
even say that was the bullet that actually killed
Once
dude?
that
Like,
bullet
who's in
goes
that?
in the air, the earth is spinning.
Right. It's countering what the
That
bullet
motherfucker
is
might have
doing.
died of
It's
old age by
countering.
the time that bullet got there.
So
Right.
2.5. I want to know who
Yeah. I
judged
think it's
it,
complete
who
bullshit.
marked it. Okay. All right.
they
Man,
put
that's-
what they
look.
did. They put him 2.5 away, and put one of his compadres like right there at the scene.
I used to believe all this shit about a lot of these
Yeah, I
snipers.
guarantee you he didn't do it with that rifle either.
Yeah. I used to
And
believe
you
it.
need a bigger one, boss.
Right,
Go ahead.
right.
Yeah.
I used to believe a shit about a lot of these snipers until guys started coming out and saying, like, hey man, who the fuck was there to verify it?
That part. That's what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying? Usually it'll be a spotter. But like, what's the guy from American Sniper? I'm not saying he didn't do it, but his story is that the guy embellished shit. There was the famous Marines, Hathcott?
Yeah, Carlos Hathcock.
Carlos Hathcott.
Mm.
You know, bad motherfucker said he had something like 200 something kills. But a lot of, once again, people started saying like, who the fuck
Who was doing the
there?
count?
Who was doing the count? You know, so
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This was clickbait. I wanted to discuss with my folks.
yeah, I think this is Dave Homelander right now. This is Captain America.
Give it to him. He
It's
cute.
war propaganda.
He cute
Yeah.
though. I like to see him.
Is that him? Or is this a random?
I'll let you know, sniper. I'm a penis lover. though.
Supposed to be.
Next, man.
But see,
Go ahead. What you got, man?
here's that ghost of Kev shit. You know.
Mr. Talk to me. How you been,
saying
man?
this dude shot
Hey,
down
man,
40
bitch.
Russian aircraft.
And all type of pain pills and muscle relaxers, but I'm getting it though.
There we
Snipe.
go, man.
Good.
I meant to ask during the beginning.
Snipe.
Good.
Well, we glad you're here, man. Ghost of Kiev.
Man.
All right, what we got? Marijuana. Marijuana. Okay, go ahead, man. Marijuana exposure death. Go ahead. Somebody.
That
start
shit
this.
turns me on. Yeah.
I want to know why she stayed at the plant, man.
Work. Bruh, shit is tight. Everybody need to work. Shit is tight, family.
So
I want to know the story.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Can somebody else?
Old man, can you break that down? Because I
We
think
ain't
you
never
know
killed
about the dust and the processing part
Right.
of it. Can you please break that down for us?
a growing facility where one of the workers was exposed constantly to marijuana dust when they were grinding the marijuana and then packaging it into cigarettes, saying that she was exposed to this marijuana dust that kicked up her asthma and she ended up dying of respiratory issues. She worked there for quite a while, and this they're I think they're taking marijuana and saying this is the first death from marijuana, and dealing with one of her previously
can I say something?
Previous conditions.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
They are doing this shit because they're legalizing it. You feel what I'm saying? That's to me, because that's bullshit. Weed ain't never killed nobody. We all know.
Especially one who didn't smoke it.
Now, whatever y'all putting in the weed to make it better, like fentanyl and all that shit. Maybe she got some fentanyl dust in her shit.
It was the fact that she already had pre-existing conditions. She already had severe asthma, and this just didn't help her fucking breathing because she wasn't wearing the right breathing PPA or whatever. And
who asked the question? Why the fuck was she still there?
That was me because she kept having these episodes. When you read the article, like they would move her desk, they would move her to the other side of the fucking plant. They would move her here. I think in the article she had like 4 episodes in the time that she was working there. That's what I'm saying. And she did wear she wore N95. I don't know if it was the right shit, but she still was having the same issue.
You got to go work in another plant.
That's what I'm saying. Like they kept moving her around. They were trying to accommodate her.
Yeah. And it still fucked her up.
She didn't want to lose that discount. You know what I'm saying? And,
right.
That was fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. But
it's a valid question. And it's a valid statement.
I don't think it was weed itself. I think that, like you said, she had a pre-existing condition. Mm-hmm. And asthma is different for everybody. My mother has that shit so bad that if she smells a residue from cigarette smoke, it would, like, I don't know if it still does it, but it used to just send her into a frenzy. I think her asthma may be a little bit better now, but it would send her into a fucking frenzy where some people actually need to smell the smoke. So it was the weed, or was it the dust?
The dust. That's what it was. It wasn't the weed. It was the dust.
It was the dust.
How does she get hired? I know she didn't pass the checklist on something, bro. Like I don't understand. Like the irony of this whole situation is just dumb as fuck to me. Like, bitch, why would you work in some shit when you know you have a respiratory problem?
They was hiring. They was hiring.
I guarantee you, she ain't getting no money off her off whatever that shit is, your health insurance. Something, but I don't understand it, bro. I'm just sitting here looking at this shit and the details y'all telling me. That's like me taking a Viagra pill, knowing if my dick get too hard, I can have a heart attack and die type shit. Like, why would you even be around any of this? And you know you have a breathing issue. Like, she just signed her own death wish on this shit.
Is blue dust in there, Mr. Talk to Me?
Right. I almost died off 100 milligram. I tried it one time. I never take 100 milligram again.
Man, Stamina RX used to work just the same, baby. Go ahead.
It took all the blood out my body.
Hey, I was looking like Schwarzenegger when he was out, when he couldn't get, when he had no air and shit.
Oh, fuck. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Total recall. Man, if you don't stop doing that shit in my ear, man, I'm gonna kick you.
That motherfucker died funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's funny. Total recall. That shit was hilarious. Man, she put herself in that situation, man, and now they're gonna just tie that to the
it's hard to believe, man.
That's all. You
remember
can't
in
say
that
the
movie?
weed did it. Like you did it because you didn't take the proper precautions.
Of course,
That's
blame it
all.
on your job.
His
Yeah.
fucking eyes bulged, popped out his head.
I
in
hurt
that
my knee
movie,
at
in
work.
that scene.
Yeah.
And because he got some air, he went right back to normal.
Yeah. That's how that works, man. And movie magic. That's how that works, man.
Just like this situation with her, movie magic.
Yeah, movie magic.
Like I said,
All right,
she
man.
had too many incidents for me. To me, she had too many.
Keep going
incidents.
back. They keep
Right.
going back.
And somebody should have said, like, listen, man, this is not
This ain't for
conducive
you.
to- Yeah, you got
Yeah,
to get
this
the
ain't
fuck
for
out of
you.
here. You got to get the fuck out of here, Rich.
We need you to go up front and work the phones and
Right.
get away from the the harvest. We need you up front, making
Right.
cold calls and doing all that other shit, man. Just stay away from the plants.
Stay away from the plants, baby.
That's all. Stay away from the plants. There's a whole bunch of other shit you could do. You could go get the fertilizer ready, all that shit. Stay away from the fucking plants.
Go get the shit.
Yeah.
That's because she was pinching that shit, all putting a little bit in her pocket. What we got next, man?
Bud for them,
I
two
bet
buds for me.
they was in there butt naked with masks on, like the Carter.
Right, like
Carter.
the Carter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Here we go. And
Oh,
this
shit.
is allegedly too.
I
All
like
right.
right.
Oh shit! Here we go, Mr. Go
Here we
ahead,
go.
Miss Kiki. Let go ahead and get it out.
I love you.
Mr. Talk to me. Do you follow MMA, boxing? Do
Yeah.
You follow any of that? Okay. Our boy Wilder is allegedly next year is stepping into the ring with a mixed martial art fight with Ngannou.
That's
Allegedly
the dumbest
next
shit.
year.
The dumbest shit he could have ever fucking think of. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
It's
Thank you,
one
sir.
thing
Thank you,
for
sir.
an MMA fighter going into boxing, but a guy
Yep.
who's been boxing and never done MMA,
That
like bro,
part.
it's more technical shit than just hands, my nigga. Like this is how your boy what's his name, Kimbo Slice was getting his ass beat in MMA.
Oh,
He thought he could
yeah.
come in, them white boys are putting all type of shit on his ass, riding his ass and shit.
Yes, sir.
Fucking his
Yes,
ass
sir.
up.
they was wearing Kimbo ass out too.
Yeah, they wearing his
People
ass
are
out,
in the
but,
meeting. See, he got the UFC. They started warming his ass up. Go ahead.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he got the mentality where he like, you know what? Dog, I ain't got no gloves. I gotta hit a nigga one time. But yeah, you gotta hit a nigga. Them niggas get the groping on your ass and all that goddamn Muay Thai shit on the floor and all
Yeah.
that shit, bro. That
Yeah.
shit would be over for him, man. But he probably chasing money though. It's a payday for him. So
Yeah.
that's all I see. When he
I
get his leg broke, he'll be about that motherfucker. Trust me.
I think Tyson Fury went upside his head too many times, and now he like, man, he don't want no more of that. He'd rather go do this other goofy shit. Like you said, him not coming from that field, and you trying to make that transition, man. It's a whole nother ball game. I respect those brothers, but I don't watch that shit. But for my man Wilder to go and take that leap, he got to be chasing the bag.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is this, man. First of all, Wilder's a warrior, man. Things didn't work out between him and Fury 3 times, but we can't take away what the man did. He started his boxing training a lot later in life. But that being said, you're doing that shit with the wrong one. This motherfucking Ngannou was a titan, and with very little boxing training, you went in there and did most people
He
say
beat the
that he
heavyweight
beat Tyson
champion.
Fury. Yeah,
won,
he
bro.
beat
him.
heavyweight
Yeah, he
champion.
beat him.
Won, bro.
He beat him.
He beat him.
You know,
They couldn't allow that though. They couldn't allow
That
him
part.
They
That
couldn't allow
part. It's the politics of boxing. But go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, and let me say something. This motherfucker Ngannou is like a Viltrumite or some shit. This Black Omni-Man motherfucker. That ain't the cat to go in the ring with. Clarissa Shields did that, and Clarissa Shields, she won her first MMA match when she decided to do it, and she stopped when that one girl tied her ass up in a knot real quick. You know what I mean? It's a different thing, man.
That's it. When you get on the floor, that's it.
Yeah, hey man, you better off going to challenge the local motherfucker versus Ngannou, man. I seen some Ngannou fights, man. That motherfucker don't get tired, man. He like for the motherland. That motherfucker, god damn it. That's
Like I
a
said, I don't like
motherfucker,
MMA
man.
shit, but I respect it. I'm strictly boxing.
Yeah.
For this man to jump in that field, I just don't. I don't like it.
Not against Ngannou, bro. Like you come on, man. You come out there in that mask and shit. This cat might literally,
I'd rather him come
Yeah,
out and
subject
fight
to hurt him.
Joshua Anthony or whatever, man, but not this shit. When I heard mixed martial arts thing, I was like, "Are you kidding? Hold on,
Yeah,
Deontay? Oh,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on, bro? You patting
Yeah.
your pockets already? What's
Yeah.
going on, man? Times they got that tough?
and
Fuck.
against Ngannou, man.
Yeah, that part.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
part. So you didn't
That ain't
watch
how
the
you
fight?
wanna
What he
start
did
out.
with the dude who beat your ass? You
That's
didn't
what
see
I'm
that
saying.
fight? You didn't see that fight? Okay.
Nah, fuck that. Prince Marky E. He need to look at the motherfuckers he be whooping in that goddamn octagon.
I'm sure he's doing that now.
Motherfucker. But
Sure
he a
he's doing
hard-headed
that now.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know, I from Alabama.
Stop,
You
man.
know, all
Stop.
my
Stop, man. Would you stop? See, you already said he's a warrior. Now you're going. You come on, man. Don't
he
do
is,
that,
man.
man.
Come on, it's a comedy show, man.
So is Fleece Johnson.
And Wilder, man, look. I don't mean no harm. Don't hit me if you see me, bruh. He can't understand it. That motherfucker still hit hard, bruh. But again, I don't. That's the thing I never liked about them crossing those lines of combat sports, because the MMA guys could do that, but the boxers can't do that, and it's a different kind of win.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of fucking wins you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can go 12 rounds, but and they may only go 3 5-minute rounds, but they ain't just punching, they kicking, they wrestling, and like you said, it's like grappling and slamming and all kind of shit.
Yeah, the floor game got to be thorough. I mean, just as much as you standing, you got to be able to be on your back and be able to roll a whole motherfucking man.
Wilder is winded in the 3rd round.
That part. Miss Penis Lover, do you follow boxing and MMA?
I do, but not that much to where I know people's names, but I love the sport.
Okay. So what do you think of a boxer?
Like, which one? The one on the right is Wilder.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he win?
He's a boxer.
Yeah.
Did he?
Look.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure. No, this is a potential fight. Wilder is about to go into like a MMA type style fight for the first time. And we over here talking about how that's the dumbest fucking move in sports history right now at this
Pretty
point.
much.
That ain't the
You
move.
know.
Oh, wait, he's not.
That ain't the move.
The last 2 showings.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Hey, this is the first time I've heard of the PFL, the Professional Fighters League. Is this
some
you
new
guys
shit.
hip to this?
It's some new shit. Everybody's
Some new shit.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's trying to get in.
Yeah, everybody tries to start leagues, but I mean, it's not as easy as you think. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as throwing up a ring. There's a lot that goes into starting these organizations. My son is a Thai fighter, and he was in. I don't know if that organization is still around, but they had a few fights, man, and they said, hey man, we're trying to do something new, we're trying to get up there, but it's hard, man. And let's just call it what it is, man. Dana I think the Fertitta sold it, but Dana, this really Dana's shit, but Dana's got the market cornered on this MMA shit, man.
Yeah, it's his baby.
Yeah,
That's his baby.
I think Bellator is still out there, but Bellator doesn't do UFC numbers. He's got the crowd,
right? But this is how you get your putting together fights like this. This is how you get.
Yeah,
this is where you go to get paid. This is where you go to get exposure.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's where this is at right now. But to your point, old man, no, we haven't really fucked with this new league or whatever. But apparently they're trying to break in, and it's gonna be hard going up against that juggernaut called UFC.
Yeah,
ain't nobody fucking with UFC. It's synonymous with MMA. So
there you go.
You're not gonna be able to separate the two no time soon.
Takes a lot of training.
Shit.
Right. So
all they got to do was increase the pay. Because
there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
here we go.
Did you see that David Benavidez?
Yeah, I watched it Saturday. Yeah.
Boy, Benavides, some
That
serious.
motherfucker showed that dude how old he was that night. He
Yeah.
beat the brakes off that brother, man. Where he's sitting on that stool and it was
I
like, you
felt
coming back
bad,
out?
man.
He was like, no,
Yeah.
no. I had enough beating, boss. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna gather myself. I'm gonna go grab my kids, and we gonna go to the Piggly Wiggly.
Listen,
We
hey,
done.
big bro, I seen Benavides hit a cat like It Man. We hit him like 100 times in the.
Yeah.
I seen him in a motherfucker like that. I said, "Oh, this shit
Yeah.
different." But go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that was a bad showing last week, man. It was crazy because it was him and his brother on the ticket. Him and his little brother. His little brother got beat up by Charlo, and he put the smack down like payback, like, oh, this black dude just beat up on my little brother. I'm gonna kill you, and he killed that brother, So that's what it was.
Okay, man.
All right, let's bring it home, man. We losing Ob, man.
Yeah, no. I'm staying for this motherfucker. Oh, I read this shit.
Not an asshole.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I wanted to know what this was all about. Like, what the hell?
Hold on, man.
Dad tells his own kids he don't give a fuck if they mama dies.
Hold on. Yeah, I got this.
You got it?
Yeah. Check this out. And when y'all got to get the context. I'm a 56-year-old male, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer back when I was 37. They caught it relatively early, but I was not expected to survive. About a month after my diagnosis, my ex-wife, Sarah, 55 years old, divorced me, took the kids' house and most of our savings. She even turned the kids, at the time 14, 12, and 11, against me, and I was alone. Only child, and parents died in my 20s, so no other family, to deal with my seemingly inevitable death. Well, except one person, my coworker, Jane. She was the only person in the world who seemed to care about me. Before you ask, there was no infidelity. Sarah divorced me because she couldn't be my nurse as she watched me die. Anyways, the doctors wanted to try and remove the tumor after a few courses of chemo. After after a few courses of chemo, I went into remission after the surgery and some more chemo. I tried to be there for my kids, but Sarah remarried and my spot was taken by her new husband. After a while, I stopped calling on birthdays and holidays, stopped giving gifts, stopped trying to be involved in their lives. It hurt almost as much as the cancer when I realized I didn't mean anything to them. I ended up marrying Jane and we have 2 kids. It still hurts, but I love my new family and they actually give a shit about me. Anyways, Sarah recently got diagnosed with terminal heart disease and they are struggling financially. My kids called me for the first time in over a decade to ask me out for lunch. I didn't want to go, but Jane said they're extending an olive branch and to at least hear what they want to say. At lunch, they didn't even bother with pleasantries. They immediately jumped into asking me to help out their mom with medical bills. I said no and got up to leave. My son said that even if I didn't love their mom, they did, and if I loved them, I needed to help. I asked them what their half-siblings' names were. When is the last time they called? Who they spent the last 2 decades worth of Father's Days with? Why the fuck I should give a shit about a woman who took everything and left me while facing my death, or about the kids who wouldn't even see me before my surgery or at any time when I was dying? They were silent. So I said, I don't care about your motherfucking mom, nor do I give a single shit if she dies. And I don't care how bad her dying hurts you motherfuckers, because I care about you all as much as you motherfuckers care about me. Not in the slightest. I won't help because I don't love her or you guys, and left. I have been getting calls from my ex-family telling me how awful I am for saying that to my own flesh and blood. I wouldn't care, but my wife told me even though I was right, I was too harsh on them. Edit. Posting this because people seem to think I gave up immediately. Sarah remarried about a year after I went into remission. I tried for 11 years, but all I'd get on the calls was a thank you and one-word answers about what's going on in their lives. As time went on, the calls got shorter and shorter, if they answered at all. I stopped calling after 11 years because not one of them answered on Christmas. I tried spending time with them in person over the years, but it was always short because the kids were busy, or at least that's what I was told. I fought for my kids until the youngest was 22. And number two, when I signed the divorce papers, I gave my ex full custody in exchange for her not taking everything in our accounts. After the remission, I voluntarily paid child support, but didn't seek custody because all three of them wanted to live with their mom. At the time, I thought the kids were scared of me dying, and that's why they didn't want to see me. I didn't want to believe she turned them against me for a long time. And by the time I realized, it seemed to me like forcing them to live with me would just push them even further away. I think Sarah told them I was having an affair, but I don't know. What you guys got?
Yeah.
What I got is if the motherfucker dying, why donate to that shit? Like that's what I don't get. Like if she was dying, I'm not donating no money to no death. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a waste of motherfucking money. Just think about it, bro. If she is dying, why donate to a death?
Wow.
Think about that shit. Why would you gotta the living live amongst the living, my nigga. Like I'm not about to donate to some shit that you're gonna die.
You're like, that's just a bad investment. Why would I do that?
Terrible investment, bro. That's a bad day trade. You feel what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but then at the same token, like I can't even be mad at how he came at that because of how y'all grown. You know what I mean? Y'all are grown. Y'all know that y'all ain't keep up with your dad. Your dad was dying. Your mother left him. How, you know what I'm saying? How could you not take that into consideration? I don't fault him because he was left. He didn't have anybody. And I'm sure that woman knew that. You know what I mean? You left him on his dying bed and you got your karma. So I don't think that the kids can actually be mad. I think that the kids should understand and try to figure out, well, what did happen? Because you wasn't even in your dad's life. And if he tried for 11 years, you know he tried. You know, you heard phone calls and everything else. So if you did your dad dirty, all because you listening to what your mom did, then it is what it is. She passed away. It is what it is. If he want to extend an olive branch, if y'all want to get to know me after what your mom put in your head, then hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, he doesn't have to pay anything. He paid child support. He took care of y'all. He doesn't owe your mother anything.
Voluntary.
That's for her new spouse to do.
Miss Kiki, I'm with you, Hundo, except for I wouldn't even want to get to know the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'd have been at the table. I'd have been, hey man, fuck yeah, all three of y'all motherfuckers, man. Now that was me talking. I was adding the motherfuckers in there because I felt my dude's pain. I know somebody who kind of went through this similar situation without being sick. Every time I would ask him about his daughter, he was like, "Hey man, her mom is turning her against me, and she won't even fucking and." My big bro, who's his brother-in-law, he verified it. You know, he said his daughter is my big bro, that's his niece. And he said, yeah, my sister, you know, then turned the kid against him. And every time he said she only called when she wants some shit. And as the years went by, I said, hey man, how is she doing? He said, she don't fucking call me no more. And he said, man, I try to reach out. He said, she will not answer my fucking call. He said, so I feel like, hey man, I'm about to be off child support soon. Good you luck. Don't want to talk to me, that's fine, but good luck. Because
good luck.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing for you. Your child support about to be up, so I'm good. You know, and for me, it's like,
excuse me.
There are certain lines you don't cross. And the family calling up saying, how could you talk to your own flesh and blood like that? Like, nah, motherfucker. And yeah, they may have been kids at one point, but they old enough to have some freedom of thought to say, hey man, well, let's hear this man out, or what was the situation or whatever. But they didn't get at me. They ain't talk to them. They just up and left and said, fuck them.
He said when he sat down, he's like, they dove right into it.
Right. What? No, hey, how you doing?
How you been? You look good, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
just, hey man, we need a couple of dollars.
I apologize.
Yeah, we need money. Mama
Right.
dying. We need money.
Right. And if you love us, turn that bullshit.
Yeah.
If you love us, you give us the couple dollars.
He said,
I'm
fuck
about to
her
show you.
and fuck y'all.
Right.
If y'all
fuck
love
them
me,
kids.
y'all would have reached out to me as much as I've been trying for 11 years.
Yeah.
11
years. 11 years.
Yeah.
over a decade.
That's a heartbreak for one, because he didn't have anybody else in the family that he made with her. That was something that he probably
The bitch
took
took
by,
it.
and he got sick, and you left him on his dying bed. Like, I don't think he's wrong at all. I don't think he's wrong at all, and I believe that the kids should wake up and pay attention and understand y'all need to have apologies for him, not just come asking him for money when your mom left him in the same situation. Like,
was his approach at the end? Was he an asshole for that?
He was validated.
Was he valid for coming at the kids like, fuck your mama and fuck y'all too for being on some whole shit? Was he valid for that?
It'd have been worse for me.
Because he said, I don't give a fuck about if y'all live. I don't give a fuck, if she lives, y'all go walk on that side of the planet, and I'm stay on this side of the planet with my new family.
I can't really say that he's right or wrong, but I'm just like, he was done dirty. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's allowed to be emotional because y'all left him for dead, and y'all the only family he know, and y'all everything. And he probably worked hard for them kids. And
you came from my balls before you
came
from her, man.
And
I'd have been like, here's a Jimmy joke about your mama that you might not like.
Hey, I heard she was a disco date. Hey,
man. She said disco Frisco.
Yeah, Frisco. But old man, what you got on this, man? Was he wrong for saying fuck them kids and the mama?
I'm not. I'm kind of torn on this. I think you should always have unconditional love for your children. They're going to make mistakes, especially at a young age. They can be manipulated. There's a lot going on to a young child's mind. But as a parent, he should always love his children, and his children should always have a chance for redemption. But I don't fault the dude. Fuck them kids.
There you go. That's all right. That's all I want to hear, Cuddy. Why you say all that extra shit? That's all I want.
No, I'm just saying. No matter what my children do, I'm always love them. Yeah. Whether they end up turning out to be murderers or whatever, I'm always love.
No love, you know what I mean? I promise you that man loves his kids, but he's so fucking hurt. So fucking hurt. Like he was left for dead. And now you're coming to me about the same situation. Like you or your mother took y'all. I'm gonna be honest. I would have probably told them the story. Here's the story.
Because not if they came at you the way that they did, Miss.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, you call me Kiki penis lover, it's all up to you.
Okay, Miss Kiki. I don't think you would if you haven't seen your kids in 11 years, and the first thing out their mouth is "Mama need money."
Let me say this. I'm gonna tell you.
See what I'm saying?
I'd have had my own brushes with death. All right. And the Cuddy and Eddie knows this. If I had some churn and I was in that situation that I was back in 2004, and my kids did not show the fuck up for me, and all this time passed, and that unconditional love shit go out the door. Like, I gave you life, and you left me here. Fuck you, motherfuckers. That's how
I feel that shit too, because I was just thinking about something. This ain't got nothing to do with this topic, because that unconditional love shit I got a short leash on that. Because if my
you went out. Come on.
Listen, if my son ever come back to the crib talking about he got pumps in a bump, nigga, bro, don't even come back to my crib no more. I don't want to be fucked up with you, my nigga. Take my last name off. Get your mama last name, dog. I don't give a fuck. Hey, listen, you can call it how you see it. If my son ever come back and he on the receiving end on both ends,
he making a plate. He making a plate.
Listen,
making a plate, making another man a plate.
Ever. That unconditional love shit out the window, dog. I'm sorry, bro.
We got him
I'm sorry.
stuttering, y'all.
I'm sorry,
We got him
Ali.
stuttering.
I'm sorry, Ali. I know your love is so unconditional that you'll hand out an olive branch, and he might take that up his ass too. But listen, I am not allowing that shit, bro. Like my nigga, like you might don't even, bro. I'm getting flashes. I'm getting flashes right now. Hold on. I cannot show no love for no shit like that, my nigga.
See, did nobody even have to die? To him, that's a death.
That's
You
a
see
you
what I'm saying?
dead, bro.
You killed us both.
That's
Wait.
a death.
Okay, you're not pumps in
And,
the
and listen, and if my wife let that nigga in the house, then she gotta go too.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Keep going, bro. Please keep going. No. Come back. Tell us how you feel, brother. Talk to the
I'm
church.
just saying, sauce. If your son came home,
Oh, don't put this on me, man.
and you like, damn son, why your hips so wide? Why your booty poking out? And you find out he been taking up the ass, you still can love that nigga the same way.
I believe you will.
I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. That's and this is me being honest. I will still love my son, but not the same way. I'll always be side-eyeing that motherfucker, man. I'll be just like this, like
You just making motherfuckers plates now, huh? Okay.
no, not in my house. I'm telling you, you my son. You can come get a plate. Don't come here with your man talking about this is such and such. It's the holiday. No, nigga, he got to go. You go do that shit over his people's house.
Nah, bro, he can't cut in my house, dog.
I can't because
He can't cut in my house, bro.
nah, man. I
Listen,
just
I don't want his ass cheeks on my couch. I don't want it on my toilet. I don't want. Listen, bro. All that shit, man. You keep that shit somewhere else, my nigga. Like, don't even because I believe in spirits, bro. And I got my little son. I don't need that shit rubbing off on my other son and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because spirits bounce from person to person.
you right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I
dude.
damn sure don't want that shit hopping my way. I'm like, bro, just get back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just get back, bro. Like that shit crazy.
That's his right to feel this way, man. That's his right. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just saying. Let me okay. So all right. Going to what you said. There's this video. This brother who came home from prison, and his son. When his son walked up on him, he had the little wig on. He had the little tube skirt and shit and the shirt on with the nails. And when he hugged him, you know, he put his arms around him like, you know, and the dude was kind of looking like he paused for a minute. And I think he didn't want to. One of two things happened. Either he didn't want to embarrass him. He felt bad because he wasn't there, or he said, "Hey, man, I fucked a few niggas while I was locked up." So you know what I'm saying. I've seen you before on the block, nigga, on the cell block. But I looked at that and I said, "Man, I don't know if
Hey, man,
I come home and that's my son."
We didn't got off. We didn't spent off a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
we did, man.
We spent off a little bit. Let's try to
But he
land
made
this
a
plane.
good point. But I'm yeah, man. Goddamn, you talk to me.
LGBTQDINDET. Do you know what
I'm sorry, bro. I had to get that shit out, bro. The unconditional love is on a short leash with me, bro.
Yeah, I love my son, man, but I just be like, God, like I wouldn't know how to approach him. Because the first time he say daddy, I'm like, hey, homie. Hey.
I think you will learn. I don't know how it is to be a man.
Just call me Aubrey, man. Don't just call me by my first name. You know what I'm saying?
But I think you will learn to love him. You know what I mean? Like
No. I come from a different time, Miss Kiki. Like I said, I wouldn't stop loving him, but I would be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, you won't be able to accept it because he
touched you.
See,
what happened?
We gotta land this plane, man. Now you drifting. You drifting to the whole other.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, man. Yeah, you know. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Fuck them kids, though, man.
He's not the asshole. Everybody, let's do a round.
Yeah, he's not the assholes, baby.
You know, everybody
get
their
what I
opinion
say.
on if he the asshole or not. Okay.
Not at all.
Right. We got a unanimous one. Not the asshole for
Look, Mike,
saying,
Oh
that
man, that was
I ain't
that
paying
was
for you. You said we said for better or for worse, and you
can't
bounced.
sit on my toilet.
She told him that. She told him that in real life.
Don't
To
sit
me,
on nothing.
I'm going to stand on karma. Like, you should have never did that, and you should have never left your husband and turned his kids to his kids, and you probably left for $1 for real, for you to leave like that, and then while he
Yeah.
dying, like, you know what I mean? Like
Times
that.
got rough, and she bounced. So yeah, all you had to do was hang in there. Even if it went either way, you still was gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? You was gonna be good either way.
It ain't you. She didn't marry for love. She married for stability or something. I don't know what the fuck, because if your significant other is going through something detrimental, you are supposed to be there.
Better for worse.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that bitch sorry, man.
That can help you. That can help him push through. So why would you leave like that? Like, I don't know. I feel him. You left me for dead. You took the only thing I love that came out of that sack.
We'll be drinking Prince Marky E.
Water.
A bit of that Magic Box, 2021.
Magic Box.
Yeah, everybody.
I made that on the time of my month. That time of the month.
God damn. Everybody throw all that shit up.
Oh shit.
How do you feel, sweetie? How do you feel?
It's a sweet red.
Thick. Saucy.
I'm done, man. Do I need to leave this shit up, man? I'm done.
Yes.
We gotta leave it up.
Yeah. Make
Leave
sure
it up.
the recordings are completed.
All right,
my
man.
God. All right, y'all.
Peace.